The courtroom comes to order. The bailiff's voice cuts through the room. All rise. The judge takes the bench. Case JVB 1016, Cheney. Both parties sworn in. The air feels tight. 2 parents, 1 child, and months of silence between them.
You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Cheney?
Mrs.
Mrs.
Yes.
Cheney.
Remarried.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So we were friends. We went out for drinks after a promotion, and everybody else left. It left us two.
Mrs. Cheney speaks first, calm but hurt. What began as a celebration after a promotion turned into something permanent, a child now 18 months old. She says he disappeared. No calls, no texts. Then suddenly he wants to be a father. She draws a clear line. If he wants in, he must help support his son.
Had a little too much to drink. Anyway, I end up pregnant. He's completely out of the picture. Doesn't answer text calls, whatever. All of a sudden, he comes to me and says he wants to be a part of our kid's life. And I said, okay, well, you're going to have to give me child support. I'm not just going to let you all of a sudden be dad, you know. And
How old is the child?
He's 18 months.
Okay.
18 months, yep.
Okay, continue.
Oh, I'm sorry. So he's like, well, I can't pay child support, but I'll pay the daycare bill. Daycare is $8.55 a month. Okay. He claims he only makes $24,000 a year. That adds up to almost half his income, if that's what he actually said. I mean, this is not.
The numbers start to surface. Daycare costs $855 a month. He claims he makes $24,000 a year. She doesn't believe it. She looks at his suit and questions the story. He insists he shops clearance. The judge listens, watching both of them closely. Image versus income. Claim versus reality.
The way a guy who lives a life of $24,000. I mean, that suit probably costs like, I don't know, half that or something.
It is a nice suit.
I shop clearance.
Okay.
I do pretty well on sales.
He shops on clearance.
Okay. I've never seen that suit at JCPenney, but all right.
Okay. So $855 a month in daycare. You say you make $24,000 a year.
$24,000 a year, that is
And
correct.
I do have his tax returns that he produced showing $24,000 a year, but you're self-employed?
That is correct.
So you did your own tax return?
I do, yes.
So is it accurate, or did you manipulate it?
The father confirms it, $24,000 a year. Self-employed. Tax returns submitted. The judge presses him. Are they accurate? Did he manipulate them? He says no. He lives with roommates. Splits groceries. Splits utilities. Nearly half his income, he says, already goes to daycare.
If you're questioning if I'm being honest in my tax returns,
Yes.
I am being honest in my tax returns, Your Honor.
Okay. And I can only go based off of what he produces. Living-wise, do you live with someone?
I'm in an apartment sharing situation right now with the money I make every month, and with basically close to half of my salary going to pay for daycare for our child. I've got to share. I can't afford my own place on my own.
Okay. And living expenses, they're shared between?
Then comes the real question. What is she asking for? Daycare and child support? The judge makes it clear legally it cannot work that way. You cannot stack both without reason. The mother hesitates. She admits she doesn't know how the system works. She just wants fairness.
Your roommates?
Pretty much we kind of split the groceries, things like that. Utilities get split evenly.
Okay. Well, then that kind of makes sense. So you're asking, what exactly are you asking for him to do?
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney, and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney, and she handles high-profile, high-net-worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high-value individual, a high-profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex, I want you to give Vonda Bailey a call. Vonda Bailey, she's an amazing attorney. She might be expensive, but it's worth it. Give Vonda Bailey a call.
My point is that it seems kind of sketchy that he can afford almost $900 a month in daycare, but won't pay child support. I feel like there's something going on with the money situation. There's got to be a reason why he's doing things the way he does.
So you want him to pay $855 in daycare and child support?
I mean, he wants to be a part of his life.
That wasn't my question.
Okay.
Do you want him to pay $855 in daycare as well as pay child support on top of that?
I want us to be.
The emotion rises. She carried the full burden for the first year. Hospital bills, daily expenses, no help. He admits he paid nothing at the beginning, says he should have stepped in sooner. Now, he wants a relationship with his son. But is it too late to rewrite that first year?
Able to talk and discuss and find a number that works for both of us and that I think is fair.
Okay.
Just because I make more money than him doesn't mean I should be covering all of the child's expenses. $855 is daycare.
I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. So what is the middle ground that you're looking for? Because legally he cannot pay daycare and child support. I mean, you can't have it both ways. So what would be a middle ground for you?
I guess we'd have to kind of discuss what would be child support versus daycare and how the parental responsibilities would change. Would you get him on weekends? Would you get him on holidays? Things like that. So, because he doesn't live real close either, you know.
Well, we're here today, so let's discuss it. Like I said, he cannot pay daycare on top of child support. It just can't happen. So if you were to give him a number that's in between the 24,000.
The judge refocuses the room. No accusations. No speculation about other children. Just the facts in front of the court. One child. One financial record. Based on Texas guidelines, child support at 20% would be about $349 a month. The courtroom shifts. That number is far less than $855.
Because if we were to break down, based on what it is that he makes, if we were to break down, and you only have one child?
Yeah.
Okay, if we were to break down
that he knows of. Let's just go ahead and
what
put
was that? How would you know?
Well, he knocked me up and left for a year. So, I mean, there might be some other women out there.
Wait a minute, in fairness.
That may not be able to count how many partners they've been with, but I know it was his kid.
In fairness, he wasn't alone in knocking you up.
I get that. And I took 100% responsibility for that child for a full 12 months. Okay.
Let's not blame it all on him. You have one child, correct? Correct. Okay, so let's stick to what is in front of us. We're not worried about any other children that may be out there. So based on the financial documents that he provided at 20%, his child support should only be about $349. Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas, please feel free to give me a call. And then health insurance is paid through you.
Yes.
How much?
The judge calculates carefully. Daycare, $855. Health insurance, $113. Together, $968 a month. She decides the fairest path is stability. The father's child support will be set at the daycare amount. The health insurance must be reimbursed. The child's needs come first. No guessing. No gambling with care.
Do you pay?
It's like $130 or something a month. It comes right out of my check, so I'm not sure the exact amount of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm looking
130,
at
133, something like that.
I'm looking at what you also turned in. It looks like it's about $113.
13, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what we're going to do to make it fair, because he is paying about 3 times the amount that his child support should be.
Yeah, well, his bar bills are about the price of that too, so.
Well, so are yours. But as I was saying, his child support is going to be set at what the daycare amount is. That's the fairest way to do it. At least we know that by you paying daycare, the child's daycare expense is covered each month. So that's something you do not have to worry about. And you will have to reimburse her for the health insurance that she has on the child. So when you add the $855 plus the $113, it comes out to $968 a month in child support. So $968 would be all that he pays. And out of that, that would include whatever, if you change daycares, let me just make sure I'm very clear on this. If you change daycares and the amount goes up to $1,000, all he's responsible for is the $855 for the daycare. That's it. That's all you're responsible for. But the health insurance, if you have health insurance.
The father pushes back. He says he's already paying more than required. The judge reminds him he's been paying it. The court can deviate from guidelines when it serves the child's best interest. Daycare is not optional. It allows both parents to work. It keeps life steady for an 18-month-old who did not ask for any of this.
Insurance available through your job, you can enroll the child under health insurance and remove that $113 additional charge, and you'll be only responsible for $855.
To make sure I understand, so I'm already paying $855 a month as compared to the $349 that you calculated. Yes. I should be responsible for. Well, so now we're saying, well, instead of basing it off of $349, potentially lowering it, or at least the two of us coming to some sort of agreement and saying, I'm already paying 45% of my salary. I've got to pay now $968 a month, which is, again, more than double what I'm supposed to be paying in child support.
You've been paying, although it's 3 times the amount, you've been comfortably paying this. This isn't something that she necessarily, well, when I say comfortably, I don't know your financial situation, but you've been paying it for some time.
With roommates and
right.
TV
and I
dinners.
I understand, but under Texas law, we can deviate from what the guideline support should be if we find good reason to do it. And daycare expenses, they are considered one of those reasons. Now, if you two, while you're here, you want to agree to a lesser amount, if you want to meet in the middle and say, let's say you decide to do $700.
The judge offers them one last chance to agree on a middle ground. They say nothing further. The gavel falls. Case dismissed. But the message lingers long after the courtroom empties. In the judge's eyes, this is not about pride, blame, or past mistakes. It is about one small child whose life depends on grown-up decisions, and in this courtroom, the child's stability will always come first.